Hey guys, in today's video, we're going to answer the question, is the old MacBook Air still good in 2020? In this video, we'll be using the 2015 11-inch MacBook Air with 4GB of RAM, 128GB of storage, and using the i5 1.6GHz dual-core processor. And at the time of making this video, on Apple's last keynote presentation, they announced the next generation of macOS, which is macOS Big Sur. And fortunately for the MacBook Air, models from 2013 and above will get this update. That means we'll be getting the new redesigned macOS and its new features available on this small, powerful machine. And also, speaking about its size, the MacBook Air is quite small, that going back to when Steve Jobs first announced the MacBook Air, he pulled it out of an envelope. In which we do have two sizes for the MacBook Air, which is the 11-inch and the 13-inch. And if you're curious about knowing the physical size, here's the 11-inch MacBook Air on top of the 2020 13-inch MacBook Pro. And for a fun fact, the new 2020 MacBook Air has almost the same size as the MacBook Pro, as you can see. And if you're planning to buy the new MacBook Air or perhaps just want to see it, I have an unboxing video right here for you to click on the description box below or somewhere in the screen for you to watch. Now, going back to this MacBook, here's the MacBook with the regular size iPad. And as you can see, it's quite small enough but powerful for you to take anywhere as you travel, or you want to bring it to your cafe, or anywhere you are, you could use it. And it's even small enough for you to fit in the tablet compartment on your bag if you do have one available, which is quite nice if you're thinking of bringing a Mac but want to travel light. Also, for the keyboard, it still uses the scissors mechanism and the separated arrow keys, which the recent MacBook lineup did reverted to. As you can see, we have here the 11-inch MacBook Air and the 2020 MacBook Pro. And about its trackpad, it's still just in the right size for you to navigate, scroll, or do whatever you want with it. Also, the MacBook still uses the USB Type-A port, in which if you do have accessories still using USB Type-A, you could still use it on this MacBook. Which unfortunately for me, because most of my accessories are now using USB Type-C and I need to buy an adapter just for me to use my accessories on this old MacBook. Which brings us to the ports. Yeah, the MacBook Air still uses MagSafe 2, a USB-A port, and an audio jack, while on the other side, we do get another USB-A port and a Thunderbolt 2 port. Also, in terms of screen size, since we do have a small device, we get a resolution of 1366 by 768 pixels, which is already just right for us to see the content that we really need. And besides, we're already in 2020. That means most web apps and applications that we have are already responsive. So when you want to open certain websites such as YouTube or perhaps an application such as Adobe Photoshop, Final Cut Pro, or whatever you want, it should automatically adapt to the display. Which brings us to the next part, which is running apps on this device. The MacBook Air will be able to run from lightweight to medium weight tasks. That means if you're just doing document writing or presentation making, or perhaps you're someone who's using the MacBook for research purposes or just browsing the web, or if you're just using it for video conferences, or for other ways such as watching movies on this device, or perhaps you just want to view photos or do whatever you want to do with this device with just basic tasks, it would be able to nail it and do it smoothly with almost minimal or perhaps zero problems encountered. But if you're planning to do medium weight tasks such as making designs or perhaps doing some photo editing, or if you're in the field you want to do video editing, it would be able to do it. Which I was able to make these sample animations right now that you are seeing with this MacBook Air. But when doing these tasks, I do recommend using an external storage because the MacBook does have limited storage available. Which brings us to the next part. What if you want to run some heavyweight applications on this thing, such as if you want to build apps or perhaps do heavy animations on this thing? Well, the MacBook will be able to do it, but expect it to crawl in performance and get high memory usage warnings. Well, those were only in the case if you're planning to do heavyweight tasks on the MacBook Air. But other stuff such as Universal Clipboard would be able to run smoothly, or if you do own an Apple Watch and you use it to unlock your MacBook, it would be still smooth in doing that thing. And same goes for the already existing macOS features and the future features that are about to arrive on the Mac. The MacBook Air would still be able to do them. Which brings us back to the question, is the MacBook Air still good in 2020? Well, if you're someone who's doing lightweight to medium weight tasks, in my opinion, the MacBook Air is still good, which is ideal for students or someone who's just occasionally using the MacBook. But how about you guys? What is your opinion about the MacBook Air? Is it still good or is it time for an upgrade? Let me know in the description box below. And as always guys, thank you for watching and please subscribe for more.